Well, this is for Cancer. Hi, Cancers. My name is Karen. I'm with Veronica's Dreams Tarot, and this reading is for Cancer, April 2023, for the month. Keep in mind the outcomes in these are super current, so I call them sometimes the first stop. And we will be doing current situation, past influence, present influence, future influence, what you don't see, challenge, what to watch for, advice, and outcome. I'm going to be using the Light Seer Tarot today. And again, this is for April. Let's get these cards shuffled, my friends. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready, Cancer? And so, current situation, Page of Cups. I don't know. I don't want to do a love reading, but well, maybe it's just something close to your heart. We got to do what the cards tell us. And past influence, Four of Cups. Present influence, Page of Wands. Future influence, Two of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. What you don't see, Temperance. This is for Cancer, okay. Challenge, Star. I don't really see Star as a challenge, but we'll figure that out when we get there. What to watch for, advice, and outcome. So, okay, I'm sorry. What to watch for, Nine of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Boy, oh boy. There's something that's been coming in pretty darn quickly. So this probably is happening, and there's some speed to it. Here's the thing: is the bottom of the deck, right? Is the Knight of Swords. Our current situation is Page of Cups, which to me is a message coming in. Usually something to do with something that's either close to your heart, love, romance, something coming in. To me, the page is moving forward, right? It's a young person. It's a forward movement type card, but it's not fast. It's not a knight. But it's a message. It's usually someone handing you something. Whether it's something, a gift, whether it's a message, there's something coming to you. The Four of Cups in the past says that you were in a position in the past where you were very bored, and you were looking at things very much like nothing I want is happening. Like, kind of like, I call this the poor little old me card. Like, I've got this, and this, but I want this, and why ain't I getting it? Because usually what's happening is someone's handing the cup, right? They're not looking at what's being handed to them. They're only looking at kind of just being like, that's not what I want, so I'm not going to do it. And it kind of feels like a spoiled card. But this is really about that. Like, it's boredom too. It's literally like nothing feels good, nothing feels right, no matter what. It's just bored. But there is now something happening, and actually it's starting to happen really quickly. It like comes out of nowhere. Here you are bored, and all of a sudden, poof, you there's something that's handed to you that's really important to you. So this, I don't know, this could be love, and this could be something else. So I'm going to read it just very generally, because you could put it how you feel. Because this feels like something that's very important to your heart, something that feels creative and good and wonderful and can be romantic. But then the influence of the now is this Page of Wands that's like, now, like, it's got a little bit more energy to it. Like, she's dancing, she's got all of the things. This also is another message that's coming in. So you're getting two different feelings, messages, however those are. I just heard the words, like, this could be spirit's message, like, do this, like, like, I'm looking for something I love, but you need to look for something you're passionate about. Or I'm looking for something, there are two different energies here. The water is more go with your flow, the cup, and, it is love, it is romance, but it's just more, water. You guys. And the Page of Wands is more fire and energy and passion and excitement, and they're two different things. Also, the Page of Cups is usually a gift coming into you, where the Page of Wands is usually a message coming in. There's something coming in because that Knight of Swords says something's coming in like super fast. But here you have two different energies coming in. Whether it's your mind going, do I want this or this? And then I'll tell you because we've got the future coming up. Or I have two choices. Do I go after what's close to my heart, or do I go after the passion? What I'm passionate about. There's two different feelings here. Now, they're conflicted only because our future influence is the Two of Swords, which says you need to decide, make a decision. You will have to decide what you want at some point in the near future. But this decision is actually influencing the whole situation too. So in the future, this is an influence that will be influencing this. Going, oh my gosh, I gotta decide. You're gonna feel like you have to decide anyway. Whether you really do or not, right? That's to be seen, but that's how you're gonna feel. You're gonna feel like, oh God, I gotta make a choice. I gotta take off this damn blindfold and look at what I got going on here. What you don't see is the Temperance. And I feel like so I rarely see this as an addiction, but here I have in the outcome the Devil, and I feel like they're the same person or same thing. And it's something that, again, you're tied to, but what you don't see is maybe the softer side of this Devil energy, and what you don't see is you're looking at more what you're stuck on instead of the balance between the two. And that could be too. I feel like there's these are, they're not like super opposites, but they're opposites. Water puts out fire. Fire and water, they get along, but they don't get along. They do, obviously, but you know what I mean? Like the water will put out the fire, which is okay sometimes. Sometimes that wand, if there's a wand person in your life or that energy, sometimes it needs to be extinguished a little bit. And sometimes we need that. Or sometimes that water energy needs to get a little bit of fire. The only way you can get fire and water is if you have oil on the top, but that's okay. You mix things up a little bit. But yeah, so what you don't see is that Temperance and that balance. However, I do feel like there is something that you specifically are looking for. Again, that leads to that past influence of the Four of Cups too, where I've got my eye on this prize and I'm not getting what I want, so I'm just not getting anything, that kind of attitude. And this is odd because this is your challenge. But to me, it's kind of like an advice challenge. I think you're having a hard time. So since these energies are so opposite, there is this challenge of, what do I really want? What's really important to me? That's the challenge. Because again, you've got this influence with the Two of Swords. So the challenge is, I don't know. When we have the star in our life, that means we have the hope and the faith that something wonderful is going to happen. But this tells me that, the challenge is just finding that hope, because what do I really wish for here? Do I wish for that love, compassion, heartfelt thing, or do I want the passion and the energy and the excitement of that Page of Wands? And you're getting those two different things. The thing to watch for is the Nine of Wands. And I think this has two different meanings. It can definitely mean watch for that you're almost there, you're almost done. It's the wounded warrior card, so to speak. You're at you're at a point where it feels like you can't go anymore, but you really can because you've got this. Maybe take a break, but also it can be watch for overthinking it, making it harder than it has to be. Maybe you can have both. This is like a little bit making it harder than it has to be, I think. More so than anything. Watch for that. It's kind of like, don't allow that to happen. It's not that it's going to happen. This is not a predictive card. It's watch for this energy. And then you can do something with that energy if you see it come in with this situation. Like just know and know that, it looks like you're getting there. It's another thing too. Know that you're getting there. So in our advice, we've got Eight of Pentacles. And to me, there's a lot of things with this Eight of Pentacles. It could definitely be about heal yourself. But if this has anything to do with work at all, if this resonates for something maybe that's happening in a job or something where you just want to learn something, this is go learn it. Perfect your skill here. It's important. Go ahead and perfect your skill. Do your thing. Be this Eight of Pentacles and learn. It also could be heal. Take the time out to really focus on what do I really want. And I kind of feel like that because the star and the challenge too. Like, you know what? Take this time, figure out, what you really want. What are your true desires, your true wishes, your true hopes? What is that yearning inside of you? What is that telling you? And then once you do that, then you can move forward appropriately. Here's the deal. You end with the Devil. And I think that tells me that in the near future, again, this is the first stop along the way because we all have journeys. This is the first stop is you may go for what's comfortable. You want, and you do want that too, but instead of going for what's going to, which one of these you really do want, you're going to go again with what's comfortable. And again, I feel like it kind of goes back to this Four of Cups. Like you've got your eye on one thing, and that's this, and you're going to get it, but is it what you really want? I mean, it could definitely be. Like no judgy here because sometimes, what we really want is the devil inside, right? So it's okay and it's good because this card can also be a lot about passion and our secret desires and things too. So it's not necessarily a negative devil. But to me right now, the way I see it is it's that familiar. It's that that if you really have to make a decision, I think your decision is going to lead to what is familiar instead of maybe something else. That's not necessarily bad. What familiar could be the best thing. That's for no one else to decide but you. So I think that's kind of what that says too, is that it could be that. So this is for April. I'm going to leave it right there. A lot of decisions. It looks like you have like these two things going on that's different, but what you're looking for, you really want it. And I think the important part here, regardless of what this is this. Your challenge is the Star. Your advice is the Eight of Pentacles. The most important thing that any of us can do at any time, in any situation, is really dig into what our true hopes and wishes and desires, not just desires, hopes and wishes, like ultimately what's important to us, what's going to fulfill our life, not fill our heart, not fill our passions, but fill our life. And it feels like it's almost this intense, but this is a good advice regardless of any situation, is taking that time to really determine what is important. So I hope you enjoyed this, Cancer. Please hit the like button, subscribe, all of those good things, and I hope you have a beautiful day.